Hey there. So I want to share with you how to go about making a Facebook ad that is focused on form fills, which is really, really great if you're trying to list build, do some brand building. And it's basically a method to get cheap leads on Facebook. I love this if we're trying to pump people into a webinar, if we're just trying to get the top of funnel people, just more education. So I highly, highly, highly recommend doing this type of ad, especially if you have the money to invest and you really are going to work your leads. Guys, I want to make sure that I emphasize this only works if you are working the leads that you generate. Okay, really analyzing the email marketing, really seeing what emails people open and close, all that good stuff. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and then let's get into the actual creation of the ad. Okay. So here we are, screen sharing. So what you want to do is you want to go to facebook.com/ads manager. That's just the easiest way to get to the ads manager, which is what controls all of your stuff. So first thing you're gonna want to do is pick the correct ad account. If you're like me, I have a million ad accounts because I'm in advertising. So I'll just go ahead and pick one. I can play around with my own ad account at the gym that I own. So I will go ahead and select that particular ad account. When I go there, I'm going to hit create campaign. Okay. We are creating a campaign for lead generation. There's all different types of ways to use an ad campaign. If you just want likes, shares, impressions, if you just want traffic to your site, if you just want catalog sales or sale, like, go to my Shopify store. If you want people to send you messages in Messenger, there's different styles of ads. What we're going to do is a lead generation ad. And I'm going to go down here at the bottom and I'm going to name this campaign. So for the sake of this video, let's call it Test Campaign 2022. Okay. So here for the ad set, because this whole folder owns our Facebook ads, I'm going to name this ad set Test Campaign 2022. And the ad is going to be called Hormone Campaign 2022, just so we know what the subject matter of our campaign is. It can be anything, guys, so don't get lost in the weeds here. I'm going to hit continue. So now this whole screen usually sends everybody in a tizzy. I can, completely agree that it's a little confusing looking, but Facebook is trying its best to kind of guide us through this method of just hitting next. This is what we want. Let's hit next. So let's just kind of walk through it logically. We're going to name our campaign. We've already done. We don't fall into one of these special crazy categories that can get us blocked or banned, so we don't need to select that. The buying type is auction and the campaign objective is lead generation. Okay. This would change if we were doing a different style of ad. I'm not doing any A/B testing for this. I'm only going to do just a straight up campaign. However, if you want to do A/B testing, you can go ahead and set that up and then you'll see the two ad styles delineate once you get to the next page. All right. So here we go. This is really all I need to be concerned with, guys. And you can always read to see if it's an option that you want to choose. I'm going to keep things as simple as we can and hopefully save you guys from having to hire a whole agency. Okay. So if I hit next, I'm going to go here. And this is now, you see, I'm further down into creating the audience. Okay. So my campaign name. The lead method is forms. Remember, this is forms on Facebook. That is the lead method. If I was doing the chat feature with Messenger, if I was doing instant forms plus chat, if I was asking people to call, I would change this radio button. But for the purposes of this, I just want to get their information into a form so they can go into my email sequence. Okay. So the page I'm using is my gym Facebook page, Atlanta Performance Lab. Got it? And then here is for a dynamic creative. So with dynamic creative, we can change headlines, photos, and images. It'll dynamically change. Make sense? So if I hit on here and hit continue, it'll give me those options for ad delivery. So I'm going to go down here. All right. We're optimized for leads, not for impressions, not for conversions. We're optimized for leads for people to go to the forum on Facebook. Right. I don't want to put in a cost per result because I don't want to limit what Facebook can do. I don't know what my cost per lead is going to be yet. I know word on the street is that forms on Facebook produce cheap leads, but I don't know what that is going to be yet. So I'm going to leave it blank. Okay. I'm not going to put a limit on what my cost per lead actually is. What I will do though, is put a limit on the budget. So I like monthly budgets. You know, marketers, we usually speak in terms of daily rate, but think about how you think about things. You know, what's your monthly budget? If I spend $500 and I get 2,000 leads, what am I going to do with those 2,000 leads so I can make $1,500 to $2,000 off of the $500 that I've spent, or make more, right? So here we go. I'm going to set my monthly budget at $350. That's safe for me. And I want this campaign to start today on September 1st. And I want it to end on October 1st. But this is all stuff that you can change. You can put it for 2 weeks if you want. Like we can play with this any kind of way. Just know that these are options that you can edit. If we keep going, I have some saved audiences in here, but I want you guys to know how to create your own audience, which is why it's so important to niche. Guys, there's a lot of stipulations on how we target inside of Facebook. So if I know that my client type or my ideal client has certain behaviors, I'm going to do my best to try to match those behaviors inside of Facebook that still gives me a decent audience size. Got it? So audience size, we need at least 1 million, guys, in an audience for it to make sense for us and for our cost per mile to not explode. When you get super, super narrow, that means that Facebook is working really hard to show your ads to a very specific niche set of people, right? So we want our ads and to show to as many people as we think that we can that fit into what we believe our niche is doing and their behaviors online, okay? So what you want to do is set your audience, change the age, change the location, right? If you're not national, or if you don't feel like you can make a lot of money with people in Texas and you know that your home base is Atlanta, change your parameters to the Southeast or only to Georgia. I know I can get 1 million people in Georgia. That's not hard. Or 500,000 in Georgia. You know, 1 million would be the target. But let's say, you know, at least get the audience size, at least it's something that's not going to make it crazy expensive for you to advertise, okay? So you can change the genders, you can change your demographics. This is when you get into their hobbies, likes, and interests. And all this stuff is pulled from their behaviors on Facebook and in their profile. Right? So I'm not going to set any of these crazy demographics, but I want you guys to just analyze, okay, so if you know that you are into the hormone space for power entrepreneurs and stuff like that, for performance women, then what are the performance women doing? What are they drinking? What are they cooking? What are they liking? What pages are they liking? Who are they following? That's what you want to focus on while you're creating your audience size. And as you start to select things, you'll see your audience change over here on the right, okay? But I want you to know that be okay and comfortable with testing. Because when we test, same thing you do with your labs. It's the same thing you do with your patients. You test, you don't guess. So test the audience size and the response that works for you and your niche, all right? So let's say I went ahead and made my audience sizes. I've got, you know, I'll do entertainment. I'm just playing around here, guys. So don't take this as the law, okay? So now my audience size is down to, you know, I'm selecting everybody with every single hobby and interest. So that gets me down to 180 million people. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and close that. Oh, I X'd out of it, sorry. If you scroll up to the top, that's how you get to the top of the interest, and then you can kind of get back to home base if you feel like you're getting confused here, okay? So now we're here. I don't want to exclude anybody. I'm kind of loving on everybody. I don't know why this isn't going away. Facebook isn't being my friend. Interest there. Okay, cool. So, all right. So now, when we get down here, we got detailed targeting, excluded, narrow, blah, blah, blah. You can play around with that. You can play around with languages. And then you're going to select save this audience. And you can also name this audience for whatever, you know, you're advertising for. It could be the performance audience. It could be the functional medicine audience. It could be the Dallas, you know, the Dallas area audience. Okay. So that's how you save. That's how you control your audience here inside of Facebook. Now let's keep going. All right, so I like manual placements because it controls where our ad is seen. Keep this in mind. With Facebook, they're an advertising platform, so obviously they want your ads to show everywhere. If we narrow it down so our ads aren't being wasted inside of like a Newsweek article because we're not doing, programmatic display ads, is real fancy marketing talk. What if we just do Facebook feed, Instagram feeds, Facebook and Instagram stories and reel, in stream where it shows up on the side, and then an overlay and post loops, okay? So in between reels. I think that that's a smart way. I don't think it's necessarily smart to show in articles or in apps and other sites. That's just me. But, I would say uncheck these if you want to have more control over how Facebook shows your stuff. Also, guys, if you roll over the examples, it gives you the parameters for how your videos and things should be. Square, 16:9, 9:16, 1-to-1 ratio. Pay attention because Facebook actually gives you the parameters that you need, okay? So keep going down here. We've got different options that you can select to kind of narrow down your search, right? And then other exclusions. Remember, I want everybody, so my audience is huge. It's 177 million. Probably not the best ad to run, but for the purposes of this training, I think that this is a pretty good audience size for you guys to see, okay? And down here, I'm going to select next, okay? So now I can preview my ads. I can do all kinds of things. This is where we're building our campaign. All right, we're building our campaign. It's automatically connected to my Instagram account because I had linked that up previously, right? And then here is where it's showing the format, okay? So once I add in my creative, this is where everything changes. You add your creative here. So I'm gonna select videos, okay? Because I like videos. Facebook and Instagram are video platforms. So therefore, I want video. Are you tracking? So here, this is all from my computer. You can hit upload from computer or have some things that are already stored in your media. So these are the videos that I have available to add into my ads, things like that. So you select the videos that you want, guys. You can select as many as you want, or up to 10. Okay. And then when you hit continue, they show up here and will show up on the side for you to view the variations of the ad. I know I'm going fast, so save this recording so you can come back to it later. All right. So when we keep going, optimize the creative for each person. Yes, that's dynamic creative. Okay. And then primary text, you can say seeking 5 women, we like odd numbers in marketing, 5 women in Dallas, right? And my text can be blah, 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 blah. Are you lazy and on the couch and you want to get your hormones together? Learn more, take my quiz, yada, yada, yada. I can have, guys, 5, 6, 10 different dynamic headlines for one ad set, all right? For the purposes of this, I'm just showing you one. I'm not going to keep popping in a whole bunch of different headlines because I want you to see how this works. Now, all right, we've got flexible form delivery here, which is, I'm sorry, no longer available. Scratch that from the record. This is an old form I was using, okay? If you want to create your own form, go ahead and name it, all right? Select the delivery style. I like for more volume, okay? It's quick to fill out. It pops over from Facebook. From their profile, name, phone number, email. You run the risk of it being shitty leads. However, because who's updated their Facebook profile in the past 10 years? I know I haven't, but that's the trick here, okay? So when we go down here to questions, we can add our own questions and even make some things conditional. You can get all fancy. Or guys, you can just have it pre-filled from Facebook, okay? Pre-filled from Facebook. You're already covered with the privacy and disclaimers. And then you can also make your own thank you page. This is exactly how you make a form, and you can play around this in a way that it suits you, okay? And then you can also link this to your Active Campaign, your MailChimp. All of those Facebook form integrations are very easy, and they're done from the email marketing software, not inside of Facebook, okay? So here we go. I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to publish it, but if I were, I would hit the publish button. I already have a form, guys, actually here. Here it is. Here's what it looks like. Complete your free trial because we're coming into a gym. First name, last name, email, phone number, boom, privacy policy. And there you go. And they get a nice, cute little thank you page. The lead pops into my Go High Level and into my active campaign because I'm using 2 right now. And then so starts the communication, right? So starts my email sequence, my nurturing, their quiz results, the welcome, the join my Facebook group. There's so many ways to grow. Get out of your own way. You don't have to hire a big agency. You can do this on your own and you can measure your results yourself, okay? And then here at the bottom, I would just hit publish and that would put my ad into the queue for Facebook to go through the approval process, okay? So I'm gonna hit close because I don't wanna publish this campaign. And before I even mess up and do that, because I'm known to do stuff like that, I'm gonna go ahead and delete the ad that I created. So guys, here are some campaigns that I'm currently running, okay? If you see here, I'm doing a men's campaign because I wanted to test some things. They say men don't convert very well for fitness ads. So I just wanted to see. So I ran a men's campaign and I have another one for 5 women who are looking to lose weight. You know, in the gym, we're looking for way more than 5 people, but people like scarcity. So that's just the type of headline and ad that I'm doing. So if you go over here, here's my cost per lead. Here's where it ends, September 30th. Here's the reach that's happened so far. The ad just started. And then I can also look at other things. So if I want to look at, I'm gonna go over here, the breakdown by dynamic creative, okay? And if I want to show, which video or which image is converting the best, I can hit by dynamic creative element. I'll go over here to image or video, and I can see which ones are clicked on the most. And that helps me determine which ads to keep using in the future. Super, super simple, guys, right? I can also go by delivery, by time. I can do by which headline converts the best if I wanted to. Let me go here and switch to which headline do people like? You know, are they liking the, let me scroll over so you guys can see. Are they liking 3 spots left? Are they liking seeking 5 men? Okay, because I can go over here and look at their clicks, impressions, all that good stuff to see who's landing. I'm just giving you guys really quick top level stuff because I don't want to make this training too hard. But I think what the end of the day is we're always looking for ways to grow and we're looking for things to try. Facebook ads still is the number 1 or 2, depending on who's debating, is probably the number 2 highest search platform, guys. It's Google, it's Facebook, it's YouTube, it's Amazon, it's TikTok. So if those are the online digital platforms that we have at our disposal, let's learn it, let's use it, don't let it overwhelm us, but let's test, don't guess, give it a try, and then pop into our WhatsApp, our circle group, get an SOS call with me or one of the coaches, and let's figure out how to make this work for you in a way that brings you money. Okay? Sound good? Peace.